Hey, it's Nerve, and today I'm going to review something I've wanted to review for a long time. This is one, if not my favorite, large knife. It is the Fehrman Extreme Judgment. This, unfortunately, Fehrman stopped making knives about a year ago, so you can only get this on the secondary market. Uh, when they were in production, cost me $475, which is pretty expensive, but it is a big old chunk of CV or 3V, and yeah, it's a great knife. Love it. So first off, I'm going to show you a little bit of modifications that I've done on the sheath here. Sheath is Kydex. It came with it. However, I had my nephew who was really into making stuff with paracord at the time. He put this on it and did sort of like a spider web thing on it, just so I would have extra cordage if I ever needed it. And then I put a bungee cord on it just so I could like hang it off my chair. I'd show you how it's done, but I've got other stuff hanging on the chair, but you'll get the point. So on the bars, it's got the hooks, and I would hook that onto the bar so it would sit like flush about there, and it worked very well for when I was using it like that. And also, if you really wanted to, you could slip something up through the bungee cord there to hang it off like that if you wanted to. So that's just a couple of modifications that I did on there. And the knife itself, it's a 9.25 inch blade. The handle is just over 5 inches. Actually, it's just under 6 inches. It's got an exposed, well, it's full tang obviously, but it's got an exposed tang. It is, I don't think it's a Cerakote, but it's got some sort of coating on the blade. I'm not sure what kind of coating, but it's held up very well. You can see that it's just barely starting to wear off just on the minor flat. They say it's a full flat grind, but as you can see, it's really, I mean, all intents and purposes, it is flat, but you can see the line there. So it's not a true full flat grind. It's actually a very high, like saber or something. But it's such a shallow angle that you can't even tell that it's there. Even by feeling it, you can't really tell. So it has stainless hardware. So, and they are hex screws. I think they're 3/16, and it has black rubber liners. You probably won't be able to tell because it's black blade, black liner, but it does have it. And the handle scales are linen micarta, which is really nice feeling. It's probably my favorite micarta. It has enough grip, but it's also very smooth. Doesn't have any hot spots or anything. It's got a very big choil, so if you're wearing gloves or something, not gonna have an issue there. It's huge. Like, you can almost fit another finger in there with me. The only thing I'm not fond about this knife, like literally the only thing I don't like about it, is this stupid thing right there. It's just too big. Doesn't really bother me. It doesn't get in the way or anything per se. It just would feel better if it was smaller or if it wasn't there at all. I've been using this. I bought this 2012, so almost 6 years, I would say. And obviously it's never failed me. I've never sharpened this thing in all that time. I mean, I only use it for like wood chopping and small tasks and stuff like that, but never ever have I sharpened it. And it just stopped shaving hair. Like, if I really wanted to, I have a really nasty sunburn, so I'm not going to try to get it to cut my arm hair, but I probably still could in certain areas. It is a slight recurve, as you can see, and I've got lots of recurve knives, kukris and stuff. It doesn't really bother me for sharpening. Some people think it's more difficult. I don't really find it that difficult to sharpen a recurve. Weighs in at about, it's about 1 pound 4 ounces area. Just, it's like 1 pound 3 ounces or 3 0.7 ounces or something. It is obviously weight forward, which is great for chopping, and because you can choke up on it, can do finer work, whatnot. So obviously use something a lot smaller, but if this is what you had, definitely doable, no problem there. The edge on it is grounded, I think it's about 15 degrees per side, maybe 16 degrees per side. It's not very fat or anything. It's a good slicer chopper. And the Rockwell on it is 57, 59. So it is not the hardest, but I mean, it's a big chopper, so you don't need it to be super hard. It's not like a little pocket knife where you want edge retention over everything else. What else? I think that's about it. I said how much it was. Now we're gonna get into some testing. So now we're gonna be doing some batoning, just to show you how decent it is batoning. It has the recurve. I don't know if that helps for batoning, but it seems like it does. And so here we go. And it's through. No problem. So there's that. Do it again. Let me reset that back up. And that also, as you can see, went through quite the knot there and didn't have an issue. The last video that I put up of the JX5, I don't know what was with that piece of wood. Like, there was no knots or anything. It was just stupidly hard. So, and this is also kiln dried, so it is very, very hard wood. Right through that. And now we're going to do a little fine work. So I'm going to reset. Okay, so we're going to be doing a little close-up finer work. Got a choke up there. So if you're to be doing, I don't know, making a tent peg or something, obviously you wouldn't be using something like that. It would be a little smaller, but you know, you get the point. Get it? Point. Bad joke.
So
but yeah, it's this is very, very hard, very dead, very dry wood. It's being kiln dried. It's not having any sorts of issues going through. Now, like I said, because this is not in production anymore, I'm not sure if the price has gone up on these, but the reason besides the fact I really wanted to do a review on this, the reason that I was doing it is because there's like 2 on YouTube for this knife, so I figured I'd put in my 2 cents, even though it is a pretty old knife. Obviously, there's probably not going to be a whole lot of demand for it, especially because it's no longer in production there. But if you want one, it's probably going to be hard to find and probably going to have gone up in price just because they're...
Check eBay.
Yeah, check eBay, check
Amazon,
I guess, or knife forums. Actually, that's probably your best bet, is going on to a knife forum.
Yeah.
And as long as it's in good condition, you probably pay a little extra for it. But yeah. So, obviously, no problem whatsoever in not slicing, in like fine work. And I'm gonna do a little chopping, and this is where it really excels. And also, the handle is very, very comfortable, very ergonomic. Like if you want...
I thought you said aerodynamic.
No, ergonomic. If you want to do heavy chops, you can hold way back on it and just get a nice, I don't know if that's in frame, but you can hold way back on it with just a couple fingers and it's not going to come off there. And yeah, it's a decent chopper, that's for sure. Sorry. No problem chopping. Okay, so next we're going to be tip test. Sorry, just had to keep that little gag going. Yeah, we're going to do a tip test. This has a fairly acute point, and I'm surprised it's still there because I have stabbed this thing into lots of stuff, and it still catches the skin there, so still pretty good point. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do a tip test. What? I'm just going to move back a little. I got a whale on it. There we go. No problem. Not going to break the tip on that. Pretty much broke that right in half. Now I can't get it back out. Come on, there we go. Oops, hit it in the same spot. And hit it in the same spot again. Holy crap, my aim's horrible. There we go. And that's right into the log there too. Let's just move that out of the way. So yeah, not an issue. Just take out big chunks. And there's the tip. Still 100% okay. No bends. Didn't break it off, obviously. Still catches the skin. Yeah, this, if you're looking for a heavy chopper, like survival type knife, this is a great way to go. I've had this for, like I said, almost 6 years. Never had any problems with it. So that about concludes the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, just post them down in the comments, or if you just want to leave a comment, and I will see you later.